This is Travis Wayne Goodsell, and this is my introduction to Ancient Egyptian translation. Before we begin, it is important to understand that Egyptology is not complete with an understanding of Ancient Egyptian. As a result, there may be many of you who are watching this video and believe that you know a lot or some about Ancient Egyptian. It is my intention to start from the beginning, to start from the core. And so as much as there will be a temptation by you to think that you know it all, that you already know this, don't give in to that temptation. You'll have to erase all of your current traditional understanding and re-educate yourself by going back to the basics. And in this manner, I will be able to more effectively assist you with your Ancient Egyptian translation. As you see here on the screen, we start with the two main Egyptian god and goddess. In Greek, they are understood as Osiris and Isis. The is at the end of both of their names is a Greek ending, and that can be taken out. But everything from Ancient Egyptian derives from these two characters. Yes, they had parents and parents and so forth, and then they had children, but these are the core of Ancient Egyptian religion and Ancient Egyptian culture, Ancient Egyptian government. This is Egypt right here, these two characters, and so as you can tell, there are other characters that get introduced with the stories involving them, and spin-offs as well. But everything derives from these two main characters. Everything is understood, interpreted, and practiced in accordance with the stories of these two characters. This is Osiris in Egyptian. Notice that the Egyptian contains no vowels. There were no vowels per se in Egyptian. This is according to the Rosetta Stone. You need to understand that. And vowels were placed by modern Egyptologists depending on where your country of origin is from. Determines what vowels are used. And we have here the word for Osiris, or SR, Sir, reading from left to right. You read into the faces, and so you're facing the throne that's on the upper portion. That's Gardner's Q1, and that has a phoneme of ST, st, and it's used here as a determinative. A determinative is similar in function to an adjective. An adjective describes a noun, and so this word, or this character, is used to describe what is being represented here. So for an example, a tree, there are lots of different kinds of trees. Oak tree, fir tree, evergreen tree, Christmas tree. In order to determine what kind of tree, you would add an adjective, and that's what a determinative is. It defines more precisely what it is that you're talking about. And so the actual name of Osiris comes from the I character. This is Gardner's D4, and it has a phonetic value of Sir, SR. And notice that as you're reading into the face, it is the left eye. And the left eye is significant for a future lesson because of the determinative that's also with it, the throne. And the sitting male character, and you know it's male because of the goatee that he has. This is Gardner's A40. This is a sitting adult male, but it's used as a determinative for a male god, and has the phonetic value of netter. But again, this is just a determinative, and so technically you could translate this as the god Osiris. This is Isis in ancient Egyptian. Notice that she has Gardner's Q1, the throne, which is ST, and that's where her name comes from. Whereas when used with Osiris, it was a determinative. This is significant in understanding how to translate Egyptian, and why Egyptologists don't have a full grasp of how to translate Egyptian yet. The next character is Gardner's X1. This is a loaf of bread. This is how they made their bread back then. It looked like a rock with a flat surface, or a flat base. This is a T in phonemes, and this signifies a female, a feminine singular ending, and so this is one female, ST, and then you have an egg. This is Gardner's H8. This is a determinative for female goddesses. It is a bird's egg, and despite what it shows in the phoneme, it's not say what. It's swat. The W being a consonantal letter, though often, depending on the culture of origin, it is often considered a vowel. Then you have a female sitting. This is Gardner's B1, a sitting adult female, and determinative for a goddess. And nettert, the T at the end, being the feminine singular ending of God, netter. Notice that Isis's pictographic character is represented with a throne on her head as well as the loaf of bread symbols. This is significant.